Second.
No, he had no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I
You don't
recognize
get
you
to
haven't
say the
reviewed all
word
the material.
illegals anymore.
You have.
The
I don't?
diverse, the percentage.
Who are you to tell me what I can and can't? I've never met you, brother. I can say whatever I want. They're illegal aliens, and that's what the law calls them, illegal aliens. That's what I'm going to call them.
You can't say illegals anymore because ICE is directly targeting legal citizens of this country. And
How are you going to enforce your edict on me, just out of curiosity?
Listen, I understand.
But just listen to his point about illegal.
No, I want to know why
I'm
he
going
gets
to
to
make-
instruct
You're
my
changing the
students.
topic.
Hang on,
I want to know.
You're making a point
making an
about
emotional
people being
plea.
arrested. Go
I
ahead.
understand that your job is predicated on just getting increasingly more demented every single week, and that the audience comes back to see if perhaps
Make your point.
My point is that you're saying the word illegals, but
it's in
you
federal
don't
law.
even really know what's happening. Or actually, I think you do, and
Sure
you're
I
just
do.
doing this on purpose. But
Yes,
the truth
because
is,
I want the law enforced.
they are not just targeting illegal immigrants.
They
are
are.
targeting natural-born U.S. citizens.
They are not.
That is a fact. You
They are
cannot
not.
deny that. I mean, you can on national television.
They are
deny
not.
facts all the time.
They
You've
are
done it a
not.
couple times in this very episode.
I still want to know how you're going to enforce your language
God's
edicts on
sake.
me.
We'll take that up.
How are we going to enforce it?
We're going to take that up at the break. Coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, leftists are finding out all over the place because you had this woke teacher who was advocating for Renee Nicole Good out of Becker High School in Minnesota. And it looks like the video has gone viral. So I'm not going to belabor the point. Let's get into this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
His move should have been to go like this if he was really afraid. Your job as a police officer is to de-escalate.
A split second.
No, he had no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm not going to argue with you.
You're arguing right now. What are you doing? You're arguing right
Because watch the video. He was not in
Just because
danger.
you're yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. Just because you're yelling doesn't mean you're winning. Can I?
Yeah. Just because you're alive doesn't mean you are intelligent.
It sucks that she got shot, but it's a split. You have a split second.
Yeah.
And their mouth. You're gonna take that? She just called you stupid.
His move.
Wow. She just kind of had that liberal woman look. You guys know the one, liberal white woman look. There's definitely a look that they have. It's not quite like as deranged as like the Renee Nicole Good look, like where you got the fully shaved head and, you know, where you just totally lost your marbles and you decide to go put your car in front of law enforcement officers and impede enforcement operations and whatnot. But she looks like she's, you know, only got a little bit more before she levels up to a master rank lefty Looney Tune. But guys, more than that, you remember how these crazy lunatics stormed the church. So
But we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Shame. Out now. Out now. Living real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real comfortable, aren't you? Shame on you.
one of those guys has returned and he's now getting triggered because people are apparently following him around. Now he understands how it feels to be harassed. Only a couple seconds worth of a clip, but let's take a quick look.
The people.
How intoxicated are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Man, I've had a couple of drinks tonight, but that doesn't mean shit.
Just a few?
I'm an American patriot. I can have a couple of drinks.
I'm just curious. I'm just
Shame
curious.
on you fucking-
I'm just asking questions.
What are you guys doing? Why are you guys following people around?
We're covering.
Why are you following the people?
How
that's
intoxicated are
that's the audacity of this guy, the balls on this guy, to question why they're following him around. Whereas you see the guy has an entire history of following people around, be it the National Guard, be it ICE, pretty much any law enforcement, this guy seems to have a bone to pick with them.
Floyd, you probably have a combat badge, don't you? You look like you've seen some shit. How do you feel? Betraying this city, betraying this republic. I'm up in your face for one reason and one reason only, and that is because you're betraying the oath you swore to the Constitution. So what the fuck? Go home. Go take a knee at the Capitol. Stand up for the Republic like you swore to do. Stop. What the fuck? I'm just gonna be ranked today. God damn. I'm just pissed off today. We're getting decamped. We're getting pulled off this fucking camp unconstitutional, even though we have a permit to practice our First Amendment. And you guys are just fucking stomping around these streets, Are you gonna go help them beat up teenagers in Navy Yard like your buddies did before you? Is that what it is? How about you, Sergeant? But ma'am, you should know better. You should fucking know better, ma'am. You are fucking obviously educated. You're a goddamn lieutenant. Remember your oath, ma'am. Remember your fucking oath.
And lastly, we got this propagandist on CNN. Some kid here, you can see on the screen, it was making statements about President Trump being a part of some sex ring network. I guess he's trying to liken Trump to Jeffrey Epstein, which made absolutely no sense. And then he started acting like a little bitch boy afterward with a groveling apology, which I'll show you. But let's go ahead and take a look at the clip first.
Initiative that the president is being transparent about this. I would love it if he was more transparent about the human sex trafficking network that he was a part of, but you can't win them all.
Cameron's grateful that the president is being transparent about the Nobel Peace Prize and his desires for Greenland. Scott, what do you think about that?
You going to let that sit? Are we going to claim here on CNN that the president is part of a global sex trafficking ring? Or,
well,
I mean,
we're going to talk about the.
And he didn't even notice. He didn't even notice that a lie was made up against President Trump. You see how sensitive these propagandists are to anything that's against the radical left. But then when you say anything about Trump or Republicans, they don't even notice. They either don't notice, don't care, or they would support falsehoods. But let's keep going.
I mean, we're going to talk about the Epstein file. Scott, I will do the fact checking as we go along.
He's just mad because he got called out. You know you wasn't doing no damn fact checking, so stop playing.
Repeat what you said about the global sex trafficking ring.
That Donald Trump was provably very involved with it.
Okay, we'll get to that later. I mean, Donald Trump has never been charged with any crimes in relation to Jeffrey Epstein. But
let's be adults here.
We'll talk about Epstein
let's be serious.
Satisfied?
Initiative that the president.
Foolish. And of course, this propagandist ran with his tail between his legs because he issued a retraction here. You can see on the screen. I would like to retract my comments from CNN last night and truly apologize. Don't sue me. Don't sue me, President Trump. Please don't sue me. I don't have that much money. I don't make that much money yet. I am a propagandist in training only, is what this guy's saying. Well, then why'd you make the comments if you were apologizing already? Donald Trump was obviously not involved in a giant international child sex trafficking ring where women and children were systematically raped by elites. Okay, well, why'd you say it? Not once, but twice. And then when the moderator, I forget the guy's name, says, well, Trump wasn't charged with or convicted of those crimes, you try, well, let's be real here. Like, what does that mean? You're clearly trying to reinforce the fact that what you were saying is true, but it was a lie. Just like this stupid teacher, just like this idiot who loves to yell at people in church and doesn't like being followed himself, apparently, and a propagandist who doesn't have any balls and can't even stand on his word because he's afraid of getting sued into oblivion. He doesn't want the Alex Jones treatment. He doesn't want to owe $1 billion. Okay, because, you know, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm pretty sure Alex Jones owes literally $1 billion with a B for things that he said that were determined to be defamatory. So those damages, you never know how high up those damage costs might go. Be careful of the type of things you say because you never know when it might be time for the dreaded find out phase. And let's not forget about Don Lemonhead, because even though there's been no new updates about this guy, the DOJ is coming after him. All of these people are in big trouble.
I mean, what we're seeing around this country is they're using their political influence to attack people that disagree with them. They're going to come at me with charges, and I'm not scared of that. There's no base for these charges. I did not block them from, their service. They welcomed us in. They never asked us to leave.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you?
You asked if you actually would also leave this building. You don't want.
What does the law say about protesting in a church like this?
Yeah, the law says that these protesters are in trouble. There's a federal statute called FACE, F-A-C-E, that says if you interfere or physically obstruct another person's First Amendment right to exercise their freedom of practicing their religion, it is a federal crime. Now, had these protesters stood outside the church, been on the sidewalk, been on the street, they likely would have been protected by their First Amendment right to protest. But you're allowed to protest in a public forum, but that right is not absolute. They crossed the line when they went inside a church, and I think of it almost like, a church is public property. Imagine if protesters went inside a hospital to protest Medicaid or health policy and interrupted treatment of patients. It's really not that different.
And no, just trying to say that you were just a journalist, I don't think is going to exclude you from prosecution here, but there's only one way to find out. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cyber Noodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you.
This is merely an extreme case of Trump derangement syndrome. It's not about illegal immigration anymore. It's all about going and pushing back against Trump and ultimately Christianity. And I'm convinced that they crossed the Rubicon on Sunday. And I hope that the Department of Justice drops the hammer on every single person that walked into that church and disrupted those individuals who were just there to go and worship their Lord and Savior.